here to raise planters. Let me back up a little bit and show you. Okay, as you can see, I've got these boards here. So I did my raised planters. Very simple. You just have these little stakes right here, and that's what's holding it up. There's no cement, nothing. It's just these boards got from the store. Some of them are already here. Got two-tiered system here, and I'm going to show you my dripper system. I showed you in a video a few months ago, but it's all set up now. Let me show you. There's some drippers along here. There's a sprinkler. Go and show them that sprinkler right there. The sprinklers are every 10 feet, and they just spray the upper tier. So I've got some blackberry vines growing up there, and we've got drippers for all the garden plants at the bottom. So and there's all kinds of attachments you can get for those. So I'll go into a little detail about that here. I'm going to show you how to do my weeding. That's the next tip. Alright. So this is an 8-foot telescope pole. You can get these at Home Depot or your local hardware store. Very lightweight. And all I have is at the end of it, I have a scraper tool. And that you can get in the paint section. It's threaded so it screws right on. So great tool. I'm just going to demonstrate how that works. So. Alright, so here's some here. I'm going to maybe get in close on the weeds there. Alright. There we go. Really works great, especially if the ground's a little moist. Just knocks them out. There at the end. I'm going to back up. There's one here. Okay, so that's one of the tools. Sometimes you might have a weed that's not with this. Sometimes it's a weed twister. Alright, this is a weed twister. And you can get this online. Just do a search on it. Over here, here's a weed. So maybe you can get in close. This works better if the soil is wet. Let's see. So basically just twist it into the ground, try to get around the root kind of at the base. Let it twist it. Oops. Get a little deeper in there to get the roots. Kind of pulled it out there. Another one? Yeah, see that? Gets it by the roots, which is really nice. So between these two, you should be able to get a lot of weeds out. Okay, so let me show you another tool. Okay, so this is another tool. I made this one also. It's kind of beat up. It's from a couple of years ago, I think, when I made it. But basically what it is a bread knife on a telescope pole that was already broken. So, okay. So this will be out of lightweight anyways. Although actually, what I use this for is to trim my up looking. So I'm just going to get in there and I'm going to show you me cutting a leaf. So it's actually pretty easy with a banana leaf or with a bread knife. Okay, so here I am. Here's a leaf. It needs to be cut. It's pretty beat up. Just pull it back. Very easy. Okay, so alright, so I'm going to show you what it is now. Alright, now I'm going to show you a little more detail about how I set up my irrigation system. So this is, I'm going to show you this one because the line is sticking out. So you can really see that it's not in there very deep. I gave up on the whole 1/2 inch tubing drip system. That was a mess. It was always breaking because the whole skeleton of the system would get pulled apart and all the little drippers would fall out and the holes would get leaks and everything like that. Okay, so let's get in closer on this one here. This is my, it's on a 12-inch riser, and then there's a little kind of a manifold with 4 little dripper things, and on top of that is screwed a bubbler. Okay, so but look at the bottom. There's, if you can see the black elbows, there's 2 elbows. They're just screwed into the main line that's at the T. They're both just threaded in there, and show them how the advantage of that, because you can move it back and forth. So you can show them, you can move it forward and back, and you can move it the other way. Remember, go back towards there. There you go. Okay, so the advantage of that is that if somebody kicks it, it's probably not going to break, or if you need to point it in a plant better, you can just move it around, you can just put a bubbler on it, something like that. So I'm going to show them again, but there's right here, this is called a quad manifold, It's called Shrub Head Quad Manifold, and you can buy that at Do-It-Yourself Center. And basically it's got 4 little dripper heads on it, and so you can connect some tubing to those. And then on top you can still screw something on. So here we have a bubbler, but let me go to the next one. I'm going to show you that. The next one over here. Okay, so over here I've got a sprayer on top. Every 10 feet I have a sprayer, so it gets the top section. I'm just going to mostly grow blackberries up there and some other plants, so I'm not going to use drippers up there. So, but if I need to, I can run some if it's not getting enough water. So, but here's some hooked up, and we can just follow that along. Right there, there's just a standard dripper. Okay, but there's different ones you can buy, and let me just show you the different ones. You can get some. Let me go over this way. Just a little micro sprinkler. You can see that. So if you need to spray a bigger area, you can hook that up to it. Okay, so let me show you another one we have. Go down further. So this one here in the pot, this is called a micro bubbler. So basically it'll get your pot pretty good. I like to use that because a dripper might just kind of hit one spot of the pot. So. Alright, so here's another tool. This is just a cheap tool, probably $3. I got it a few years ago over at like Big Lots or something. So it's just a I just discovered it works pretty good for digging holes in like say a raised planter. So here's a bucket that I put on my raised planter, and the nice thing about this is it's something that I can reach a lot easier. It just has loose soil. It's got peat moss in here. So if I wanted to plant a plant myself, then I can dig a hole with this and then plant it myself. You know, it's a little harder for me to reach the other ground, so I had my gardener plant those. Okay, so the other nice thing about this is it's a way to make, things some accessible gardening that you can reach. Just put a pot on a raised planter, if you have that ability. If you got a hill in your yard, you can turn it into a couple of terraces like that, and just throw some pots on there. So, and with this tool, you can reach it. All right, next I'm going to show you my drip system, how it's hooked up to a wireless remote. So I'm going to turn that on for you. Okay, so here it is, my remote control for my sprinkler. As you can see, I modified it. It's a little strap. I just hooked it up with that. I took it apart, so now we need to hook it up to the battery for the screws. Anyways, we just melted holes in there, tied knots on there, so it makes it easy to pick the tool up pretty good. Okay, so to turn my sprayers on, I just hit, it's on station 5. So I'm just going to hit 5 for a couple minutes just to show you. Alright, let's see if it turns on. There we go. Alright, so show them some of the sprinklers in action. Oh, here's some, that one's broken there, but anyways, it works for now. But this is the micro bubbler. You can kind of see what it does. Gets the whole pot right there. Let's show them some other ones. There's the sprinklers in the back. There's a sprinkler. Here's a micro sprinkler in action. Look it down there. There we go. Kind of hitting the bigger area. Show kind of where it hits. All right. So over here, a lot of micro sprinklers. This is nice too because here I bought some plants the other day. I just put them there and they get watered when I push a button, so it makes it nice. Alright. Here's another bucket. Got some parsley in there. I planted these yesterday. A couple of some cayenne pepper plants right there. This is a blueberry bush. It might come back as a leaf, but I doubt it. Alright, so right there, getting some water. And over here, my beautiful artichoke plant. This is another thing. You might want to plant things that come back on their own and you don't have to plant them. So that comes back if it comes back to life. So, alright, so all I got to do is I can hit the off button to shut it off, or go for 10 minutes or 30 minutes or do a long drip on one. So this is made by Orbit.